We've waited a long time for this fight. It's here, and the fighters are good to go. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. It's Amir King Khan. He stands 174 centimeters tall and has a reach of 180. And he'll be facing Roy Jones Jr. He tipped the scales at 72 kilos, 180 centimeters. Amir Khan. Roy.
This bout is...
We've waited a long time. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. That right hook's already working well. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nope, that hook won't score. Pensacola's finest is down.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Good for him to get back up on his feet, but is he just a glutton for punishment?
He's up for how long? Look at her. On the heels. Look at it. There's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. And he's out of there.
Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
Is that ever hope? Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind.
Amir Khan in some real trouble. So the referee says he can continue, but how much more does he have left?
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the opponent.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Both men knocked down in that round. Incredible stuff.
Absolutely crazy.
Don't let him get back in his fight. Don't let him get pumping. He's gonna...
Look at him, he's absolutely knackered, mate. He's knackered. Don't win it.
And every time you see him take a big, deep breath.
Next round, you get on top of him. Keep him busy with that jab, working behind him.
And there's the bell to start the round. We had not one, but 2 knockdowns in the previous round as both of these fighters went to the canvas.
That is showing the fitness, that is showing the stamina, and that is showing the hard work done as well. If you can get knocked down and get back up and knock your opponent down, they've got it.
Both of these athletes' gas tanks are going to be tested. Endurance will be the key on an afternoon like this one.
In such heat, the cornermen need to be able to do their job. Think about what they're doing. One to cool you down, one to ice your back, one to give you instructions in your head, and one to just calm you to tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Because that's the most important thing. Forget about the heat. Forget about everything else.
How about that time counter shot? Couldn't land that jab. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Very close match. It shows the skill.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
On top of him. Don't let him get back in his fight. Don't let him.
They ring the bell, and here we go. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to block it.
That counter shot lands. This is not how the story was supposed to go for Amir Khan. It appears he's out of trouble, at least for now. That just goes to show you, one clean punch changes everything.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Which fighter will say no mas? This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
Outside fights create so much unpredictable movement. Moves left to right, box forward, box backward. You don't...
Oh boy! Amir Khan, dazed! Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. There's a counter shot. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown is going to be. We just saw it.
You're being put down. You've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
He's absolutely knackered, mate. He's knackered. Just
Don't let him get back into this fight. Come on, you've got this.
confidence. He's going to be stretching out his gas tank now. Keep whacking into the body.
Don't let him get back into the fight. Don't let him get that confidence. He's going to be stressing about his gas tank now. Keep whacking him to the body. Keep taking away.
And there's the bell to start the round. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. And that left hook doesn't find its target. This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
You're fighting a counter-puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter-punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twist.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Can't find a home for that jab. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
Dominant.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won it hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Punch, counter punch. When you've got two evenly matched fighters in this weight class, it sometimes comes down to who's in better condition. They are giving us a high-tempo show. A perfect counter lands. This has been a very competitive round between these two. You'd like to see more jabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. That jab doesn't find a home. Nice counter shot. How about that time counter shot? Nice slip to avoid the jab. Can't score with that jab. Amir Khan is rocked! Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. The game plan does... They ring the bell, and here we go. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Well done with that counter shot. The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job. Straight right just misses.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
There's a counter shot. Nice counter shot. The courage on display here is incredible. The jab doesn't quite connect. This is the kind of fight you expect from two world-class elite middle. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around? And there's the bell to start the round. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
When you have a fighter that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
And this with that jab. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. These two are the perfect dance partners. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. You've got to relax.
They miss with the jab. This round still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. He threw a punch and just got countered. How about that time counter shot? Let's talk about Khan in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter. And the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Shot's good.
They ring the bell, and here we go. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is...
Oh boy! Amir Khan dazed! How are they still standing? So he's back up again, but he's got to think about his personal safety and future here, doesn't he, Johnny? Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. And here he comes, finally waking up from that nap.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
This round could go easy. So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot. You see shots like that in the gym. At least